Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of the Quran in English Basics for Beginners. We are looking at another episode to once again confirm that a supreme creator exists. God, most merciful, indeed exists. In contrast to the material philosophy, now when we're referring to the materialist philosophy, we're referring to those, the atheists, the various scientists, and those who are promoting the understanding of Charles Darwin, the survival of the species, and so on, the evolutionists who don't believe in God. And understandably, their understanding, their concepts are totally wrong. Yet they want to push their wrong concepts into our schools and into our way of thinking. And we must not be fooled by that. Because if we have a simple look at the universe around us, we will see there's so much amazing complexity in the universe that we'll know that surely this cannot occur by chance, right? So let's go through this. A materialist philosophy, in other words, atheism or evolution or the understanding of Charles Darwin or neo-Darwinism, offers a single explanation of the order and balance in the universe. When they see something very perfect in the universe, you know what they say? They say this is coincidence, this has happened by chance. According to this claim, the entire universe is shaped through chances or coincidences. That means a human being has come about by chance, an elephant has come about by chance, this universe has come about by chance, an atom has come about by chance. A giraffe has come about by chance, a whale and a dolphin and a fish and a hyena and a carrot and a watermelon. Everything we see now, everything is just by chance because they don't believe in God. Now, if you just look simply, how can everything just be chance? It's like saying, you know, that Ferrari or the Mercedes-Benz, no, it came about by chance after millions of years. The spare parts just assemble themselves. Now, if we know logically that a car cannot assemble itself, how can we say the human being created itself? How can we say that an elephant came by chance? How can we say this universe came by chance, right? So please don't be fooled by evolutionists and atheists and by this uh, philosophy or the ideology that wants to remove God from the equation of life. When you remove God from the equation of your life, that is where you see crime and bloodshed and criminal behavior because people don't care about God anymore, right? When we investigate the universe even briefly, we see that this claim is completely unreal. That means things cannot just happen by chance. Coincidence or chance only leads to chaos. Whereas what we see in the universe, we are seeing order rather than chaos prevails in the universe, right? If you have an explosion like a Big Bang, you're supposed to see chaos, but instead of chaos, we are finding perfection in the universe. Where did this perfection come from? So this order proves to us the being and eternal power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a supreme creator, God most merciful, who created the entire universe out of nothing and then gave it shape. Previous to this, there was nothing in the universe, only God existed. There was no atoms, no molecules, no stars, no galaxies, nothing. No elephants, no lions, no tigers, absolutely nothing. Then with his command, kun fayakun, everything came into existence. But scientists or evolutionists or atheists say, no, this is just chance. This came out because of coincidence. When we explore the universe, we encounter numerous examples of order and perfection and design. The world we live in is only one of those. With all of its features, the world is created with extremely delicate balances, making it suitable for the survival of living beings. For example, the distance of the Earth from the Sun, the inclination of the axis to its orbit, the balances of the atmosphere, the rotational speed of the Earth around its axis. Let's just look at some of these. The distance of the Earth from the Sun is 150 million kilometers. The inclination of its axis is the Earth is tilted at 23 degrees to ensure we get our summer and winter. The rotational speed of the Earth is spinning on its axis at a speed of 1,600 kilometers per hour. And then it's going around the Sun at 100,000 kilometers per hour, right? The functions of the oceans and the mountains on the earth, the features of living beings, and the interaction of all those are just a few elements of this amazing, magnificent ecological balance. When Earth is compared with other planets, like remember just in our own solar system, we have Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. That's only 9 in our solar system. Our sun is basically a star. There are trillions of stars in the universe. But so far, we've only got one planet where science has proven without a shadow of a doubt it's only the planet Earth, the pale blue dot, that has got water on it. There's no evidence of water anywhere else in the universe. So when Earth is compared with other planets, it becomes even more evident that Earth has been specially designed for survival for human beings. For example, water is a compound that is very rarely found in space. The liquid form of water exists only in our planet, out of all the planets in the solar system. In addition, 70% of the world is covered with water. Millions upon millions of varieties of living beings, including plants, live in this medium. The freezing of water is its capacity to attract and store heat, the existence of very large masses of water in the form of oceans and seas, and the even distribution of heat across the world are all exclusive qualities and characteristics of the planet Earth. No other planet thus far has such a liquid mass in constant circulation. The water cycle that we see, there's no other planet in the universe that has got this. The axis of the planet Earth makes a 23-degree inclination to its orbit. The seasons are formed due to this inclination. If this inclination were a little more or less than it is now, temperature differences between seasons would reach extremes, and unbearably hot summers and extremely cold winters would take place. So if we just look at a superficial way in which our planet Earth has been, the principles governing our planet Earth, the physics, the mathematics, the laws of gravity, and so on, tells us without a shadow of a doubt our planet Earth did not come up by chance. It is not a random event. Someone has created it. Whereas the atheists will say, no, it's just by chance. Human beings came by chance. There was a monkey, there was chimpanzees, we came from there. There was a unicellular organism, from there we get multicellular organism. But if you look at the Cambrian period, the explosion of trillions of species during the Cambrian period, this is something that is baffling evolutionists and is baffling scientists. Because all of a sudden, there were no intermediate forms, there's no transitional forms in the evolutionary timescale. Suddenly, creatures came that were all fully formed, whether it was the dinosaurs, or whether it was, like, for example, in today's time, we say elephants and lions and cheetahs and crocodiles. Everything just started coming automatically. There was no transitional forms or natural selection and mutations of the species and so on. So without a shadow of a doubt, please remember, guaranteed God exists, guaranteed we're going to die, guaranteed we're going to stand in front of Him on the day of judgment, and guaranteed God knows what is going on the planet Earth. He even knows what's happening in Parliament. So I believe, get a copy of the Quran today, read it, and don't listen to the media lies and propaganda, because the super wealthy, the elite of the elite, want world domination and control, because they are worshipping the devil, they're worshipping Lucifer, and they're worshipping money. And the way that they're going to control you is by controlling your brain. So don't give them your brain. So please get a copy of the Quran today and start reading it. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah.